What is good, my lovely fellows? You guys are about to see a banger, bro. If you guys did not take this, I'm sorry. I am truly blessed that God allowed me with the ability to see this, take this, have just everything, right? So, oh, that's no, okay. First things first is bias, like always, okay? So, bias, the daily was, I'm gonna start going through this with you guys, actually. This is what I want to start doing, okay? I want to, dude. I hate how it does that now, bro. It's so. Are you joking? NQH. I was about to be tilted, bro. I can't lie. ESH. Okay. Anyways, start new. Like, why does it even like include that now, bro? It's just stupid. Okay. I want to start doing this with you guys, where I kind of like go through it with you guys, right? Okay. So at this point, right, we had new week opening gap. Okay. I did not want to take longs here, okay? I did not. But if my model presented itself, I quite literally had to take longs, okay? Luckily, the bias was bearish at this point. Or no, it was actually bullish, right? So it was bullish, right? We swept out these lows, but we could not get a gap on ES, right? So there's no gap on ES. Boom, we get a gap on ES, right? But the bias then turned bearish. Why? Because we're inside of this 5 minute, right? The daily was, oh my gosh, I have to go through this with you guys, right? So the daily inverse this bullish gaps were bearish to this low, but then price did not show us that we were going lower, and we took out this high, neutralizing the bias. The 4 hour was bearish because we're inside of this 4 hour bearish gap. The 1 hour was neutral because we were inside of this bearish 1 hour gap, and we were also inside of this bullish 1 hour gap, right? So neutralizing that bias. The 15 minute was bullish because we came down and wicked out this gap right here, this 15-minute gap right here, and that bias bullish. So right now we have a neutral bias, and the 5 minute is going to determine, right? As we shifted market structure and actually got that gap on ES, the 5 minute turned bearish, right? So we could not take any longs off of that, which I was very happy about. And then we kind of just ran all these like short-term lows, right, for my liquidity sweep. And then we had the model present itself, right? So where am I on the ES? Okay, hold on. This on other monitors so I can see what's going on. Okay, so we get a market structure shift here after sweeping out these short-term lows, short-term highs. We get a market structure shift here, and we get a market structure shift here, okay? We also inverse this order block right here, okay? Again, I want to do this in live price for you guys, right? So boom, right? We inverse that order block on ES while shifting structure on both assets. And then boom, we create this gap, right? So originally my entry was right here, or it would have been, right? But at this current moment in time, right, we were inside of this 5 minute bullish gap, which is inside of this 5 minute bearish gap. So it was new. So the 5 minute was neutral. So the 4 hour was bearish, the 15 minute was bullish, and the 5 minute was neutral, and the 1 hour was neutral, and the daily was neutral. So my only two biases were conflicting each other, right? So I couldn't take that trade yet. And then boom, we inverse this 5 minute bullish gap right here. We inverse it, okay? Yep, 1004. We inverse the bearish gap. We inverse the bullish gap, okay? So now I'm like, okay, I want to seek an entry, right? I seek an entry. We're probably not going to come up and take this for bag gap, right? But I can seek an entry off this order block we just put in place, okay? Stop loss is still valid above these highs, right? And you're probably wondering, why is my entry up here? Because I got a goaded entry on top step, okay? The entry on top step was insane. It was all the way up here, so I just played that entry. Got entered in up there, and then boom, TP1 gets hit at a 1-to-1. I take off half of my position. So I sold this with 8 contracts. I took off 4 here, and then I went break even, so I had 4 left. We do a bunch of baloney. a bunch of bloating. Here I was like, dude, there's literally no way I get break even, bro, because of this. There's literally no way I get break even because of that. If I get break even, this is just ridiculous, right? So then finally we start to actually push down here. My 2RR gets hit. Usually that would be everything done, right? My entire position's done, right? I had 4 contracts left. I actually put a limit buy order here for 3 contracts. So I only took off 3 contracts here. And I strategically left 1 contract. Why? For this new week opening gap, right? I usually only go for 2RRs, but this is one of those scenarios where like it's just free bread on the table. Like you have to take it, you know? So left 1 contract here. And yeah, I just took advantage of the markets. And yeah, dude, I can't do any of this with God, dude. Like, I need you guys to know Jesus Christ truly is the way and the life, the truth and the light and everything. I'm not like saying, like, oh my gosh, I took this trade. Like, I'm finally out the hood. Like, thank you, God. Thank you, God. I'm just like glorifying God because, dude, like this, I would not be able to do any of this without Him, seriously. And just like the progression I've made and whatnot, I could lose it all tomorrow. I don't care. Okay. This is just glorifying God, bro. This is incredible. I'm super blessed and I'm super grateful to be able to catch something and see something like this. And yeah, everything set up. Daily bias was bearish. We had a shift on both assets. We had a unicorn model on ES. That's it. The invalidation low was still intact, right? So we didn't come out and take out this low down here. Even on ES before getting an entry, right? And yeah, that was it. So yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Great way to start the week, by the way.